Hey everybody, welcome back to the Pub Trivia Experience. My name is Chris, and this is our first recording since we wrapped Season 2 of the Trivia Hot Seat. Now, this isn't the first recording you're hearing. We had a couple in the can before we started doing the Hot Seat, but this is the first recording that we're actually sitting down. I feel like I'm feeling like I'm back home right now because I'm here with my friends. I'm here with my beer. We're gonna play some trivia. Let's start the panelists here. There's two people joining me. First, to my left, my lovely wife, Leah. Leah, how you doing? What you drinking?
I'm doing great. Happy to be back on here for a kind of general trivia game. I am drinking, so it's the holidays, so have had the ingredients for a nice holiday punch for the past week or so. So I still have some of those ingredients left. So I just kind of combined them all together and made a nice holiday punch with some Sprite and cranberry juice and orange juice and a little bit of vodka. So there you go.
Yeah, Leah got my my bottle of Polish vodka that my brother brought back for me, obviously from Poland, like 5 years ago. It's been sitting unopened on my counter for 5 years, longer than that because it's actually from before we had this house. And you're on a vodka kick now. That's what you're drinking.
It's fine. I ran out of rum last week when I recorded.
No, you did not. There's an entire bottle.
Oh, is it regular rum?
Yeah.
Oh, I was looking through them and all I could find was the black cherry last week. So that's what I used in my punch last week.
No, there's regular rum back there somewhere, but there's 50 bottles behind. Mike, you can't see her. There's 50 bottles behind her.
Yeah, well, that's why it was hard. I was sifting through. I was like, "Where's the rum? Where's the rum? Where's the rum?" Oh, I can put vodka in here, and I just kind of settled for the vodka. So yeah, but I prefer the rum to the vodka. But if I get the proportions right, the vodka's not bad.
Oh,
so
there you
for
go.
a mix, can't drink it straight.
Well, yeah, I mentioned him earlier, but here he is, the pride of Huntsville, Alabama, and that is saying something because there are some smart freaking people there. Mike, my friend. No spoilers in Spider-Man. I'm seeing it tomorrow, but how you doing? What are you drinking?
Yeah, I'm lording it over. We're recording this on the weekend that Spider-Man No Way Home came out, and I'm lording it over Chris that I've seen it and he hasn't. I am doing great, and not just for that reason, also for the reason that Chris said. It's really nice to be back here playing some trivia. I haven't played any trivia since I recorded my Hot Seat episode, and I don't even know how long ago that was. At the time, I felt pretty good about where I was going to stand in the overall pecking order, and then certain other episodes happen that I won't get that. I don't know if those if the overall results will be released before this episode, so I won't go too far into that. But and I'm also doing good because I have with me a very lovely beer that I've been looking forward to busting open. I actually was going to save this for Boozy Bracketology, but I went ahead and grabbed one now because it is December and just about less than a week before Christmas, and I've been working my way through a Advent beer calendar, but unfortunately I was going to bring that on today and then I kind of forgot and I already had it with dinner, so instead I have this, which I'm hoping is really good. Southern Tier Brewing is a brewery that I really like out of New York, and I have not been able to find any of their beers in Huntsville since I moved here. They have them all over the place in Florida, but I did find this a couple weeks ago. It is a limited release, 8% alcohol by volume. It's their 2 Xmas spiced double ale.
Ooh, that sounds delicious.
Yeah, so it's like a Christmassy beer, and it's brewed with orange peels, ginger root, cardamom, cinnamon, fig paste, and cloves. So it's actually a bottle. So I don't know if I'll get as good a sound, but here we go. Yeah, it's no can opening, but hopefully that came through.
It did. Sounded great.
Excellent. Ooh. Oh, yeah.
I gotcha. Oh, that smells
that's good. Oh, I heard that, Chris. Nice.
Yes, I went ahead. I went to Total Wine, and it's my second favorite season of the year, third favorite season of the year. Season number 1 is obviously Halloween. I love Halloween. I hate the beer during Halloween, though, but I love Halloween. Season 2 is Christmas season. Everyone loves Christmas. I love Christmas. But my third favorite season of the year are stouts and porter seasons. This is when all the local breweries come out with their stouts and their porters, their seasonal stuff, and I love my stouts and my porters. And then I went ahead and grabbed this, which is not a stout or a porter. This is from the Ten Bends Brewery. up in Vermont. Not from there. I actually bought it down here. This is their Cold Moon Black Ale, 7% ABV. But I love black ales. So let's take a sip here. Oh.
Oh, good.
Oh, my friend, I have missed you. Where have you been all my life?
You hesitated. I wasn't sure which way.
I was letting the flavor just course down my soul.
I knew that face. When I saw Chris's face, I was like, that is the face of Chris who, when he's taking a sip of a drink he really, really likes.
Mike knows my faces. That's not a good sign.
He knows your beer faces better than me, apparently.
He knows other faces too.
Oh boy.
I will undoubtedly finish this throughout the recording, and from here I'll be moving on to a Yingling, a Yingling special release. It's their Yingling Hershey Chocolate Porter.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You've had one of those like every night this week.
They're so good.
Oh,
You're like, go get me that chocolate beer.
I think you posted a picture on the lounge last night of that, and I went, "Oh man, that sounds so good."
Let's do the plug right here real quick. If you are on Facebook, find the lounge, fans of Pub Trivia Experience and Boozy Bracketology. But yes, I definitely posted a picture of myself drinking a beer, and I don't know what else I was doing. I think it was in front of the Christmas tree.
I was focused on the beer, honestly, so I have no idea.
But yeah, that was I do love that Yingling and Hershey's is really solid. But tonight it is a 1-on-1 game. It is Mike versus me, and Leah is hosting. Leah, tell us what we have in store.
All right, so tonight the game will be played between Mike versus Chris, and we will see who can get 2 correct answers in each of these 6 categories. Your categories are TV and film, people and places, history and current events, music, fun stuff, and science and nature. And Mike, since you're the visiting team, I will let you decide. Do you want to go first or second?
I'll go first.
Okay, Mike will go first, and we will just take turns flip-flopping back and forth between the 2 contestants. And when it is your turn, you get to choose which category you would like to receive a question from. So, Mike, what would you like to start out with tonight?
Oh, I'm interested that you had a category called fun stuff, because it all sounds like fun stuff to me. I will start. Why not? I'll start with music.
Music. Okay, here is your music question. Who had a role on the Nickelodeon TV series Victorious before beginning her music career in 2011?
Oh my gosh. What was the qualifier to Victorious?
Nickelodeon TV series?
Nickelodeon. I just couldn't remember if you said Nickelodeon or Disney. 2011. Yeah, this is what I hate about music. If it's anything past 2011, yeah, that's not my wheelhouse. Let's see. Who would have begun around that time and been on Nickelodeon? Victorious. Never even heard of it. Let's see. I'm just going to pull a name because I don't know if I'm going to get anything. I'm just going to say Ariana Grande.
And that is a correct answer. Nice pull, Mike.
Really?
Wow. Seriously? That's amazing. I don't know why she popped into my head.
Oh my God. It starts already.
Yep, I did not know that answer either, but I thought it was a fun little trivia fact. I was like, oh, she's a TV star? Who knew? I didn't know that. All right, so Mike picks up a point for the music category. So now we will head over to Chris. What category would you like?
Well, the music category was not my cup of tea. Yeah, I'm going to go to people and places. Why not?
Okay, here is your people and places question. Which country is bordered by Italy, France, Germany, Austria, and Liechtenstein?
Okay, so the one that comes to mind is Switzerland, because I remember, I think it was Gaddafi who went to the UN and tried to convince the UN to have Switzerland broken up and given to the 3 different countries, Italy, France, and Germany, because the people of Switzerland did something to his kid. They arrested him for something. He wasn't happy. So I'm fairly confident that Switzerland borders at least 3 of those. Liechtenstein's very, very, very small, so that doesn't kind of help. Austria. I'm trying to place Austria, and I don't remember Austria bordering Switzerland. I feel like Austria borders Germany, so maybe it does have a border with Switzerland, but it doesn't seem to make a whole lot of sense in my head. But I don't have a better guess, so I'll go Switzerland.
And Switzerland is correct. Nicely done. Yeah, and I think that the Switzerland does have like 4 main languages because of basically all the major countries that are surrounding it too. So that's a good fact. So nicely done. Okay, back over to Mike. What category would you like this time?
For some reason, I'm feeling science and nature.
Okay, and here is your science and nature question. What type of creature is a snipe?
A snipe is a bird, I'm pretty sure. Is that what they're looking for?
Yes, they are looking for bird. That is correct answer.
Okay.
Good pull.
Sorry,
good pull.
you were about to say something else, but I was just like, I think it's a bird.
Yeah, well, I was spelling it out, and then you were like, oh, it's a bird. Is that what they're looking for? And I wasn't going to tell you, no, that's not what they're looking for, because the answer on the paper is bird. So nicely done.
Okay. Rock and roll.
Yeah, good job. All right, so we're back over to Chris.
You know what? I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to try and close out people and places. I'll stick right there.
Okay, so here is your people and places question. What city would you visit to find the Sugarloaf Mountain and a statue of Christ the Redeemer? We're looking for the city.
Oh, God, I'm going to admit why I think I know the answer to this. So, I'm a horror movie junkie, and the opening scene, or one of the opening scenes to I Still Know What You Did Last Summer, is Brandy and Jennifer Love Hewitt on a call-in radio show, and they're asking for them to win an all-expenses-paid trip somewhere. They had to say what the capital of Brazil is, and they're running around. I'm remembering this in my head. This may not be right, but I feel like they're running around their apartment trying to find something with a city in Brazil on it, and they find like a package of rice, I guess, in the cupboard, and it says product of Rio de Janeiro. And I associate Christ the Redeemer with that because I think when they're going into Rio, when the plane's going in, they're flying over that statue. The mountain doesn't help me at all, but Christ the Redeemer I associate with Rio for that and amongst other reasons. And I'm going to say, Brandy, you're a fine girl. Give me a good answer. I'm going to go Rio de Janeiro.
And that is a correct answer. Nicely done. And isn't that how they find out that it was all a trick, though?
Yeah, because the capital of Brazil is Brasilia.
It's Brasilia, and somehow when they're in Brazil or wherever they are, they find that out, and they're like, oh, we were tricked coming down here because we said the incorrect answer, but they said it was right, and that's how we got tricked.
Yeah, and everyone that knew that the capital of Brazil is like, well, this is obviously a trap. That's not the right answer at all.
They were like that guy from Star Wars.
It's the same reason why I know that a giraffe's tongue is black, because Sponge knew it on Salute Your Shorts.
Yeah.
We were vamping there because Nikki came in to talk to Mike.
Oh, I thought we were just chatting.
No, we were vamping. Nikki had opened the door, was talking to Mike. I'm like, I don't
think Mike cares about anything.
I need fun
stuff.
anecdotes to fill the time.
Well, actually, I was hoping maybe one of you guys could confirm that Rio and not Brasilia is in fact the capital of Brazil.
Is. No, okay. Brasilia is the capital of Brazil.
Okay. I was thinking Brasilia is actually the capital of Brazil.
It is. That's how you know. Mike, when you had your headphones off, Leah was saying that's how you know that it's a trap for them to go to wherever they go to because
they said it was Rio was the capital, and they're like, yeah, we won. But then later on in the film, they realized that it was Brasilia, and they're like, oh no, we gave the incorrect answer, but they said it was correct. It's a trap. They lured us down here. Oh no.
It's a trap.
But they're all at the same college. That part never made sense to me. They're at the same college. It's a lot more cost effective just to go to the college and kill them there. Why do you have to pay for them to have this all expenses, luxurious trip
maybe this person
to South America?
I forget who the killer was, but maybe that person lived in South America.
It's the guy in the slicker suit.
Extradition, maybe?
It's not Matthew Settle, the boyfriend?
Freddie Prinze Jr.?
No, because they were not together in the second one.
No,
she was dating someone new.
the boyfriend is the guy in the slicker suit's son.
Oh, that's Matt Settle.
Sure.
He plays the dad on Gossip Girl. That's how old it is. That somehow he's the father of a teenager in Gossip Girl, but he played the boyfriend in What You Did Last Summer.
We are so off track.
This is more than I Still Know What You Did Last Summer has been discussed by anybody in 20 years.
And I have not seen this movie since I was probably in middle or high school, so whenever it came out.
Yeah, it would be college for me, but go ahead, Leah.
All right, we can cut all that out. All right, so yep, you pick up a point for People and Places.
Say again.
So Chris has finished off the People and Places category. Congratulations. Clearly I should have picked harder questions for this. So we're going to head back over to Mike. Mike, what would you like for your next question?
Well, as long as it's not a question about the I Know What You Did Last Summer series, I think I'll go with TV and film.
Okay, TV and film. We'll see. This is Leah who picks the question, so whatever. What is the hometown of Buffy the Vampire Slayer?
Oh, gosh. I never watched Buffy.
Is it the same in the movie and the TV show?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Cannot confirm, but...
Yeah, I saw the movie once a very long time ago. I want to say, like... I think Sunnydale, the high school or something like that? Yeah, that's just a gaping gap in my late 90s TV knowledge. I never watched the show. A lot of people I knew were watching it, but I never watched it. Which is odd because I loved Sarah Michelle Gellar. Yeah, I'm just gonna say Sunnydale.
Sunnydale is a correct answer. But that's why it's funny because we were just talking about I Still Know What You Did Last Summer, and she was in I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I didn't make that connection. Okay. Yeah.
So nicely done. I'm glad Chris didn't get that question because
good grief,
he would have been at an unfair advantage.
I've completely backed into two correct answers. I'm not complaining, but it's just like
take the wins when you can get them.
Next time I see you, I can gift you with my property of Sunnydale High School T-shirt that I have in my closet.
Well, and actually, I think we were at the Sunnydale table at your wedding. I think that's why I know that.
Oh, perfect. See, imparting knowledge on all of our wedding guests. That's great. Okay, so that is 1 point for you for the TV and film category. So now we'll head back over to Chris. What would you like?
I'm going to go TV and film. Why not?
Ooh, not sure how you're going to do about this one, but
God.
Okay. Here we go. All these questions are randomized, so I picked the questions, but I didn't know who was going to get each one. Okay. So which 2017 film, directed by Ridley Scott, is the sequel to the 2012 film Prometheus? Yeah.
Oh my God, what was that called?
Right?
Okay. Aliens, Alien 3, Alien Resurrection, Prometheus. I feel like there's one called Alien Covenant. Or they go back? Yeah, they went back to Alien, I think. I think they went back to the Alien name. And we watched this movie. I fell asleep during this movie because it's so bad. Ridley Scott, you're an amazing filmmaker. Stop making alien movies. Give it to somebody else.
Shout out to Ridley.
I'm sure you listen to this podcast.
Yeah, right to us.
You're 85 freaking years old. Alien Covenant's my best guess.
And that's a correct answer.
That's correct.
Good job.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that I'm sure I know it until you ask me a question while I'm being recorded. It's like, well, I don't want to sound stupid.
Yeah. Perfect. All right. So that picks you up a question or an answer for the TV and film category. So we are back over to Mike.
Let's go with history.
Okay. Which one is that? History and current events. Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Oh yeah, I was hoping it wouldn't be current events, so that's why I just said history.
Well, okay. Which country's president was impeached in 2017 for alleged corruption with this company Samsung? So we're looking for the country's president.
You're looking for the country itself.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
2017 for alleged corruption with the company Samsung.
I think Samsung is a Korean company, so I'm just going to say South Korea.
That would have been my guess, too.
South Korea is correct.
Yeah.
And I was hoping you weren't going to say Korea, because then we'd have to go back in time and do that again.
I made that mistake once with Chris.
I remember.
Yeah.
All right, so that does pick up a point. I assume that, Samsung is made in South Korea.
I believe so.
Perfect. All right, well, that picks you up a point for history and current events. Chris, back over to you.
I'm going to go history and current events.
Quit following me around.
It's the first freaking time.
Second, you just did TV and film after me, too.
That is true.
I like looking at your ass. What can I say?
It is a sweet ass.
All right, so where were Prince Andrew and Sarah Ferguson married in 1986?
The United Kingdom.
We're looking for a specific location.
You didn't say that.
Well, on my card, it has a specific location.
Planet Earth. The Milky Way galaxy.
What is the name of the building? If that helps.
Oh, God, I have no idea.
Come on, your family loved Fergie.
Literally have no idea. What year was this?
1986.
I was 3. And I hate when people say that when they're playing trivia. Like, oh, I was 3 years old. Well, no, you should know stuff like this. I don't know this answer at all. In fact, when you read the question, my mind immediately went to Harry and Kate Middleton. That wasn't right either. Okay, so it's not going to be at the Palace. It's not going to be at Big Ben, and I'm running out of buildings in London that I know. It would be a very London thing to get married at a pub.
Yeah.
I don't think that's what happened. I honestly don't know. I'm just going to go with Westminster Abbey.
That is correct.
Holy
Nicely
shit.
done. Westminster
Name a
Abbey
church
in London.
England. Like, come on.
I only know Westminster Abbey as being a burial ground, and I couldn't think of them like that's where they like Poets Corner and everything, right? Like Kipling's buried there.
Yep.
So I couldn't imagine them doing weddings there as well. But hey,
I think it's a church, right?
It is. It's a church. But I think of it more as a tourist and a history buff. I would go there just to see.
They probably have the catacombs and stuff like on a different level, probably. Or like
they got married
wing.
in front of Rudyard Kipling's gravestone.
Yeah, I don't know.
There you go.
I'm just thinking they probably have different wings.
They just quoted it as their vows. If, not it, if. Oh, my Lord, I'm done. Go ahead.
All right, well, that picks you up a point in history and current events. So we're back over to
Nicely
Mike.
done. Nicely done, Chris. I'll go people and places.
All right, so here is your people and places question. Salzburg in Austria was the birthplace of what famous 18th century composer?
I think that's Mozart. I'm going to say Mozart.
Wow, that is correct.
Yep.
Wow, you guys are good.
You never seen Amadeus?
No.
Oh, me either.
Amadeus.
I only know Salzburg because that's what they talk about in Sound Music.
We haven't had a wrong answer yet, right?
Nope.
We have not had a wrong answer yet.
Now I'm going to...
Well, I just cursed myself. Why the fuck did I say that? All right, here we go.
That wasn't as fun.
The aforementioned Yingling Hershey's Chocolate Porter. The only 2 good things to come out of the state of Pennsylvania. And I stand by that. I literally stand by that. I've been there multiple times. Pennsylvania, do better. All right, my turn.
Okay, yep, this is your turn. Go ahead and pick your category.
I'm going to go to the one category we haven't had anything from yet. We're going to do fun stuff. I'm going to pop that cherry right now.
Okay. Other than snow sports, which sporting event also takes place on a piste? Piste? Not sure if you piste? Piste? Piste. Other than snow sports, which sporting event also takes place on a piste?
Okay, so...
Pasty? A pasty? I don't know.
So the only clue I have there is snow sports. So I'm thinking what sports look like what would happen in snow sports. So maybe that is the gradual incline before like doing downhill skiing or something like that. Takes place on a piste.
Takes place on a piste.
Okay.
If it helps, Chris, I just looked it up and it's piste.
Piste.
It does not matter. Okay, so
other than snow sports, which sporting event also takes place on a piste?
Yeah, so on kind of it says on, so that leads me away from like BMX biking because they have the contraption that kind of lowers, then you can go. It might lead me more towards snowboarding. Because it could be like the ramp you go down, in which case that would be a lot like skateboarding, but it would also be a lot. No, it'd be a lot like. My other thought was maybe that'd be a lot like water skiing or waterboarding, but on those you got to be pulled behind a boat, so it's not going to be that. But skateboarding, tying it into skateboarding makes a little bit of sense because you might need to get a little bit of a running start, and it could be like that flat top before you go down. What else could it be other than snow sports? So what are the major? I mean, the other snow sports I can think of off the top of my head are going to be all on like ice. So ice skating, things like that. There's not another sport that's going to take place there. This is a really good question, and I'm just trying to get a logical way to get an answer that sounds somewhat reasonable. I don't think I've got a better answer. I'm going to say maybe it's likened to snowboarding, and I'm going to say it's skateboarding.
That is a good guess, but unfortunately that is incorrect. I don't think there's any way to get to it because this is not really all that similar to snow sports. The answer they're looking for is fencing. That's what the play area is called in fencing.
That does ring a bell now that you say it. Okay.
Play on. But the piste in snow sports generally is like down a hill.
That's what my thought is like.
Oh, it's a little misleading.
So I was kind of on the right place because it's the downhill incline that allows you to kind of get going, and I would think in skateboarding it's kind of that same thing.
Right.
I guess in skateboarding it's called something else. While you're asking Mike a question, I'm going to Google that though.
Okay, perfect. All right, so unfortunately you do not pick up any points there, but you can always bounce back later in the game. Mike, what category would you like for your next question?
Well, first, before we do that.
Ooh.
Yeah, we're sticking with the Christmas theme. I've got my Redneck Christmas Stout here.
Ooh.
This is really good, Chris. You would like the hell out of this. It's from Jekyll Brewing out of Alpharetta, Georgia. It actually says on here, it is an imperial stout brewed with coffee, chocolate, and peppermint. Yeah. And it's the perfect beer for the holidays, especially with Uncle Eddie around. No, I had this over on Boozy too. I picked this up randomly because I liked the can and I felt like living in Alabama, I needed to have a beer that was called Redneck Christmas Stout. It's fantastic. It really is good. I'm gonna let it sit for a couple minutes because it needs to come up a few degrees in temperature for the flavors to really come out. I noticed that when I had it the other day straight out of the fridge, and I was like, yeah, it takes a couple minutes. So
interesting.
Anyway, that little sidebar aside, I think I'm going to follow Chris into fun stuff and see if I can get one in each category settled out.
All right, so here is your question in fun stuff. Which famous sportswear company uses the name of a South African antelope?
This is me staring daggers at you.
Why?
Shoot.
Because I know the answer.
Oh.
No, I feel like I do too. And I'm totally drawing a blank. Can you repeat the question?
Absolutely. Which famous sportswear company uses the name of a South African antelope?
Oh gosh, I totally know this, and I'm totally drawing a blank. I have heard this. Oh my gosh, and I can't even pull up sportswear companies right now. Good grief. Oh man. I'm going to kick myself for not getting this because I absolutely know this, and I it's my recall is just not going to the correct parts of my brain, I think, because I know 100% as soon as you say it, I'm going to want to kick myself. A South African. You said South African?
Yep, South African.
South African antelope. Oh my gosh, this is just going to drive me insane when you tell me. I don't know how to get there because I'm struggling to even think of sportswear brands right now. I don't really wear a whole lot of sportswear, so I don't know. Oh man, yeah, it's gonna drive me nuts. But I'm just not pulling it. I'm not pulling it. And as soon as you say it, I'm gonna kick myself. I'm calling it.
Okay. Well, the correct answer is.
I was between two. It's either Fila or Reebok, and I couldn't remember which one it is.
Do you want to guess?
My guess would have been Reebok, but I'm not positive.
Reebok is correct.
Are you kidding me? I immediately discarded Reebok out of hand because I didn't think that was the answer at all. Okay, it's not at all what I was thinking of, and I don't know what I was thinking of.
I was thinking Puma, and then I remembered that Puma I think is from
head, but I knew it was that.
The America. I feel like somehow that's come up at trivia before, and when I've looked it up, Puma was only in the Americans, like South America, North America.
That was dumb. I should have hazarded a guess.
Never fold. If you have a logical guess, always take it.
But you weren't going to go with Reebok anyway.
It wasn't logical. That was the problem.
So, Mike, we're 0 for 2 on fun stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, fun stuff, not good.
Fun stuff, not so fun.
Well, I consider beer to be fun stuff, so fun stuff is good.
There you go.
All right. The fun stuff category is more into sports and games and that kind of nature, just for the future. So.
Gotcha.
All right, so Chris, we're back over to you.
Let's go back to history. Why not?
Okay, here is your history and current events question. The People's Liberation Armed Forces of South Vietnam were commonly known by what name? The People's Liberation Armed Forces of South Vietnam were known by what name?
Like Charlie is a name that comes to mind, but I thought that's what they used for North Vietnam. And that could be way off. I'm trying to think through this. I thought I am woefully under-knowledged or not knowledgeable about the Vietnam War. I spent a lot of time researching World War II and a little bit of World War I because I had family that were involved in those. No, I lost to my great uncle in the Vietnam War, and I've never spent a whole lot of time researching it, and this is something I'm going to go kick myself for. I'm just going to go with Charlie because I don't really have a better guess. I've heard that associated, I think, with MASH, but MASH isn't Vietnam. It's Korea, right? Wow, I'm in the wrong. I'm not even in the right freaking war. No, I'm going to go Charlie and just take my L. Damn.
Okay, so Charlie is incorrect. The correct answer is Viet Cong.
It was that simple?
That's what it says on my paper.
I thought they were the North.
I thought the Viet Cong was the North.
This says Southern Vietnam, and then it says Viet Cong. Someone can fact check where I got my answers.
I'm fact checking right now. Hold on.
Yeah, I'd fact check, right? Because Charlie is correct. Charlie and the Viet Cong are the same thing.
They are.
Oh.
No, Viet Cong is South Vietnam. Holy shit.
Really?
A revolutionary organization in South Vietnam and Cambodia. The Viet Cong.
Interesting.
I mean, they weren't asking for an official. They didn't specify official name or anything like that. But
it says we're commonly known by what name?
I think Charlie. I don't think Charlie is more commonly known as. Viet Cong is what they were. But I again, woefully unknowledge when it comes to the Vietnam War. Apparently, because I could swear the North Vietnamese were the.
Well, here's what's interesting because we're not. Well, I don't want to say we're not wrong because we're wrong, but the U.S. and according to Wikipedia, and this is a very truncated version, but the U.S. and South Vietnamese governments portrayed the Viet Cong as a tool of North Vietnam, but they were actually indigenous to South Vietnam.
Oh,
so
okay.
We were fighting them. That's why I thought, it's that's
so
North Vietnam.
I guess in my head, I'm kind of like that. It's Civil War, North versus South, and it really wasn't that way. It doesn't sound like it was completely that way. Again, there's many shades of gray to the story that gets painted.
Right. So they were fighting for North Vietnam, but they were South Vietnamese.
Yes. That makes sense.
Yep.
Okay, I'll take my L, and I learned something. I like that. Thank you. That's what I like about trivia.
Me too. Because I thought I had the exact same thought process you did, Chris, and I'm exactly the same level of ignorance, I think.
Leah taught me something
Probably more
today.
so.
Well, you're welcome. The more you know. Rainbow. Okay, so we're back over to Mike.
We are, aren't we? Let's see. Do I attempt to tackle fun stuff again, or do I start back at the top? Let's come back around to music.
Okay, we're gonna head back over to music. Which rapper is featured on the Katy Perry song "California Girls"?
Oh gosh,
California Girls with a U.
Right. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Snoop Dogg.
Okay, Snoop Dogg is correct. Nicely done.
Sweet.
Yay. So Mike has canceled out music. Yay.
Yay.
You get a big check mark next to your name on my paper. Okay, Chris, would you have gotten that one?
Questions that were definitely not in my wheelhouse, so I'm happy.
Would not have gotten that one.
Did you know about Snoop Dogg?
I know who Snoop Dogg is. My head went to Ja Rule, and I don't know why, because it's way, way, way the wrong era. Although Snoop Dogg was around when Ja Rule was around, but Snoop Dogg continues to be relevant, and Ja Rule
because of the Snoop on the stoop.
Have you seen that, Mike? A Snoop on a stoop?
No, is that like Elf on a Shelf?
Yes.
It's with Snoop Dogg, and he's got a blunt in his mouth. It's hilarious.
That's amazing.
I want one.
That's amazing.
I want
That's
one.
amazing. Oh my gosh, I love it.
All right, so we are back over to Chris.
Oh, Lord. All right, let's go to movies and television. Let me try and close out another one. I failed at history, and I'm licking my wounds.
Okay, well, let's see how you're going to do on this one. I don't know. What were the names of the two regular hecklers on The Muppet Show?
Statler and Waldorf.
That is correct.
Come on.
I did not think you were going to get that
I don't watch the Muppets at all, but I've heard Mike reference Statler and Waldorf enough. I knew it.
Wow. I was literally thinking, just by knowing me, Chris knows the answer.
They named it for hotels, is that right?
Yeah. Yep.
I know the Waldorf.
Or sad salads.
Yeah, the Waldorf salad, too,
Okay.
yeah.
All right, well, great. Nicely done, Chris. See, you learn stuff by being on the show. That's awesome.
The more you know.
Rainbow.
Star
Rainbow. All right, so we're back over to Mike. Oh, Chris, that cancels out the TV and film category for you. Nicely done.
Yep. I'm going to see if I can close out history where Chris couldn't, so.
All right. Wow.
Yep.
Here we go. Okay. Which tower was reopened to the public in 2001 after major repairs and conservation work that lasted 11 years?
Ouch. Which tower?
Which tower?
That was reopened in 2001.
Yep.
I mean, when you say tower, the first thing pops in my head is Eiffel Tower. I can't believe it would have been closed to the public that long, but I wouldn't necessarily rule it out. I don't know that I'm going to come up with a better guess. I thought of the tower that houses Big Ben, but I don't know the name of the tower. Big Ben's just the bell. So, let's see. I mean, I don't know that I'm going to come up with anything else. So I'm going to say the Eiffel Tower and eat my lumps if it's wrong.
Well, that is incorrect. Chris, because you're so patiently raising your hand over in the corner, would you like to take a guess?
It's the Leaning Tower of Pisa.
Oh, gosh.
That is incorrect. The answer I have is the Leaning Tower of Pisa.
Oh.
Yep. Oh, man.
I made a goofy movie reference.
I know. You get way cool points for doing that since you hate that movie.
I hate that movie so much.
And I love it. So you do get cute points for husbandism. Yeah, Leaning Tower of Pisa, I assuming it needed 11 years of renovations because it was unsafe.
It was
probably.
leaning.
It was leaning.
They had to get it standing upright.
Yeah.
No, that makes way more sense.
I mean, I from what I hear, it's probably still leaning.
It's
but
definitely still
they
leaning.
didn't do a great job with it, but they're like, this will do. This will buy us a little bit more time. All right, so we are back over to Chris.
Let's go back to history.
All
If
right.
you can tell, I'm avoiding music like the plague.
All right, so here's your history question. The Hoover Dam, built in the 1930s, is on the border between what two U.S. states?
I've walked over it before.
Well, to get from what state to what state?
Well, it's Las Vegas, so I'm assuming it's on the border of California and Nevada.
That is an incorrect answer.
Is it Arizona?
The correct answer is Nevada and Arizona.
Oh, fuck. All right.
Nice try, though. Nice try. Pay more attention when you're walking next time. Just think you're in Lord of the Rings. I know it's a lot of walking you have to do, but maybe take a look at a
Is it
sign.
Arizona? Is it really?
It's what it says on my paper.
Oh, holy crap.
So you went to Arizona, did you know that?
Yeah, well, I went there for spring training. I've still never been to the Grand Canyon. Hold on.
Oh, geez, Chris is going to fact check me again.
Yeah, Arizona? I forgot how far. I forgot Las Vegas isn't as close to the border as I thought it was. But yeah, it's definitely Arizona. My bad.
Okay, well, we are going to go back over to Mike.
I'm going to go TV and film.
All right. Oh, we closed out that card.
And yes, I'm repeating the same order that I went through the first time in case anybody
That's okay.
is noticing.
You do you.
Actually, I don't think I am because I think I did science before I did history. Anyway, whatever.
Okay, so here is your TV and film question. Which 1974 film earned Robert De Niro his first Academy Award?
Godfather Part 2.
Oh, you got that one quick. That is correct. Correct answer. Nicely done. And that closes out TV and film for you.
It's a performance that gets overshadowed by Marlon Brando in the first one, but it's a phenomenal performance.
Fantastic. Oh, for sure.
Ask me about my opinions on Godfather Part 2.
You
I
hate
think it's
Godfather.
overrated.
It's not overrated. It's just really long.
It is very long. Well, we have all closed out TV and film. See that you guys are avoiding the science categories, so... All right, so we will head back over to Chris. What would you like?
Let's try music. Why not?
Okay, so here is your music question. What was Elvis Presley's middle name?
Oh, isn't it named after like his twin? Like, wasn't it? Mike is raising his hand. Like he knows. I think I know this. I think I know this, and I think it's Aaron. Is it Elvis Aaron Presley? I think it is. I'm gonna go Aaron.
Spelled with an A or with an E?
A.
That is correct.
How
That's
many?
the correct answer. Nice.
It's Aaron.
Nope, just 1A.
Is it? I still get the points.
You still get the credit, you son of a... Ah!
Nicely done, Chris.
Well done. No,
Nicely
well done, Chris. That was good.
Even though it's not really a music question, but... All right, so nicely done, Chris. Now we're back over to Mike.
All right. I hadn't been avoiding science. I just flip-flopped the order between it and history from what I did the first time. Like I said, I was trying to go in the same order, but I failed. I've been drinking. Science, please.
Okay, so here's your science question. Which dinosaur has a name that means covered lizard?
Ouch. Covered lizard. Let's see. The two that I'm going between are... And bear in mind, there's been a lot of additional knowledge in the world of dinosaurs since I was 7 years old, which is when I was into dinosaurs. But the two that I'm going between, the two that popped into my head are Stegosaurus or Ankylosaurus. And the reason Ankylosaurus was the first one that popped in my head is because it kind of has a shell that's sort of like a turtle. But Stegosaurus has all the spikes on top. But I think I'm leaning towards Ankylosaurus. So I think that's what I'm going to say.
Oh, so close.
Yeah, I would have gone Stegosaurus. I've never heard of an
The
Ankylosaurus.
answer is Stegosaurus.
Oh.
My primary concern was I don't know how many people will know Ankylosaurus. Okay, that's fine.
I did not. That's not in the Cocomelon dinosaur song. So.
So real quick, so I'm listening to. I take a lot of one of the reasons I love the podcast in general is Kevin Smith, but he took his mom to Memphis to see Graceland. His mom is apparently a big Elvis fan. but he was, it kind of went down a rabbit hole, and he was telling us there's a song that Lisa Marie wrote about
A Stegosaurus?
no,
Oh.
but about this is a sad story. I'm going to preface that by saying this, but there's a song that she wrote about a place, and it's a place next to her father's grave where she's meant to be buried, and how she knows that her story is going to end up there, and the poetic injustice of the fact that her son committed suicide young and actually took her place in that spot. Is buried next to Elvis now in Graceland. But it's an interesting story. I don't know much about Lisa Marie, but it does make me want to go back and read a little bit more about Elvis and Lisa Marie. I don't know anything about Elvis. My mom was a huge Elvis fan. Don't know anything about him other than that. So, wow, downer. Let's keep going. I'm going to go with history. Hopefully it's an Elvis question. Give me Elvis. Give me Elvis. Should have gone to music. Damn it.
I was going to say, I don't know how much that would be in the history, but okay, let's try it. Oh, you're going to love this one. Which member of the royal family was photographed wearing a swastika armband at a party in 2005? I'm getting all these British questions.
Yeah, what the hell?
Yeah.
British royal family. So, like, what the part that bothers me is that I feel like if it was a major part of the British family that was doing this, it would be. If it was like, it's not one of the kids, right? It's not going to be William or Harry. What's the father's name? It's not going to be him either. Maybe Charles is far enough. Is Charles the father? Who's the one that just died?
You've really got to watch The Crown with me next season.
I really need to watch The Crown in general. Vietnam War and any type of British monarch, way my weak spots. Add that to music. Yeah. My God. I think Charles is William and Harry's father. I think that's Prince Charles. But I don't remember what Queen Elizabeth's husband's name was. So I don't have a better guess than Charles. It's not right. I think it's her husband, but I'll go Prince Charles or just Charles. Damn it.
You think Prince Philip was wearing a swastika on his armband in 2005?
I don't know.
85 years old.
My thought is that
would be it's not hilarious to wear swastikas, people. But I mean, for like
my thought is that William and Harry would have had more awareness to know not to do that.
Absolutely not. The answer is Prince Harry.
Harry. Is it really?
He's such a dumbass. He went through such a Yeah, he was the rebel, a kid who was always caught. I'm sure there's a picture of him doing blackface at some point. Like, he was definitely the rebel kid.
Is he the one that was like photographed naked in Vegas?
Probably.
Okay.
That would be on brand for Harry. All right, Mike, it's your turn.
Oh goodness. I'm gonna go back to fun stuff. Actually, switch it up a little bit.
Okay, so here's your question, fun stuff. Bingo callers occasionally add "Here comes the Herbie" when they announce which number.
Oh, for Pete's sake. All right, let's see. Here comes the Herbie. Bingo. I think it's 15 numbers for each one. I'm trying to think of like Herbie. When I think of Herbie, the only thing I think of is the car. So maybe the car had, I never saw the movie, but maybe the car had some sort of number or something associated with it, and maybe also a letter, which is kind of where I'm going with on this. Here comes the Herbie, though. Man. Oh, let's see. I don't know if there's necessarily any way to logic there. I mean, like I said, B, I think, is 1 through 15, so I would be 16 through 30. And, of course, then 31 through 45. I clearly don't play bingo. I'm not that old yet. G, 45 through 60, and then O is 61 through 75, I believe. Here comes the Herbie. Is there anything in the in like the word? Like there's a BI, which could maybe lead me to B1. I'm trying to picture the damn car. I got nothing. I'll just say B1. That's fine.
That is incorrect, but you were on the right track. It is the racing number of the VW Beetle and the Herbie films, and the number is 53.
Oh.
Here comes the Herbie. Here comes Herbie, whatever they say.
Would have never gotten there, but I mean, at least I know if I had seen the movie, I might have gotten there.
I played a lot of bingo and no one ever called this out if they ever called whatever letter that is.
I feel like we started really hot and we've hit a cold snap.
G?
It's like a cold streak.
We really have.
G53?
Ever since you said something.
Yeah, sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
This cold snap's going to continue. I'm going back to music.
Ooh.
I'm avoiding science like the plague now.
Okay, so here is your music question. Jeffrey Ross Hyman, lead vocalist with the punk band The Ramones, was better known by what stage name?
Johnny Rotten?
That is incorrect.
That's the only... No, that's the Sex Pistols. Damn it. What the fuck is wrong with me? Oh, my God.
Mike, do you want to tell him what it is?
Johnny Ramone?
It is Joey Ramone.
Oh, Joey. I'm sorry, Joey. You said lead vocalist, Joey Ramone. Right. Johnny
Oh my God, Johnny Rotten Sex Pistols, right?
Johnny Rotten Sex Pistols.
What the hell's wrong? God, I didn't even get the right country for God's sake.
By the way, one of only 3 that I've guessed correctly on Masked Singer so far. Sorry, spoilers for the most recent season if you're not caught up.
I'm so mad at myself because I knew that answer. Oh my God,
I was so surprised.
You knew it was Joey?
I want to be sedated. Let's go. God, I'm so mad right now. I'm mad that I'm out of beer. I'm mad that I got that question wrong. I'm mad that I'm on a losing streak. Leah, you want to give us a score update before we keep going?
Sure. You guys have both canceled out 2 categories. So Chris is done with people and places and TV and film. Mike is done with TV and film and music. And you have ones in a couple of the other categories, each of you.
All right.
I have it as 7-6 total. I'm up by 1.
Okay.
That's what I have on my little cheat sheet here.
Okay, so we're back over to Mike.
All right, I'm going to go people and places.
Okay, so here's your question. Who created the character Horatio Hornblower?
Oh, no.
Uh-oh, is Mike going to get a literature question wrong?
Oh, my gosh. I am, because... Oh, my gosh. I'm drawing a total blank on on his name. Oh, my goodness.
So glad I didn't get this question.
Okay. I've walked past several books in that series numerous times in Barnes & Noble. This is how I'm going. It's closer to the beginning of the literature section, the fiction and literature section. So it's more towards the beginning of the alphabet. I want to say it's around C. And my brain is telling me Cornwallis, and I obviously know that's not correct, but it's... I think it's a C name, and it's a recognizable name. It's not like some random person. It's somebody that you at least or vaguely have heard of. I want to say it's a C name. Shoot. Ratio Hornblower. Unless I'm thinking of something completely wrong, and I'm getting it mixed up with something else. Oh gosh, I'm not going to get there. This sucks. It begins with a C, I think. I don't know it. Coleridge. I don't know it.
That is incorrect. The correct answer, there is a C involved, but it's in the first name. It's C.S. Forrester.
Forrester. Yep. 100%. Yep, that's right.
Nice try. Way to talk it out, though. All right, Chris, we're back over to you.
I'm going back to history. I got to get one here eventually.
Okay. Within 1 year, what year were women in America granted the right to vote?
It happened when prohibition was in place, right? It's one of the 2 or 3 amendments that kind of happened while men were sober. Within 1 year, so it's not the first; it's the second amendment after prohibition went into effect. So it tells me it's would have been the early 40s, would have been the late 30s. I know that, but I don't know exactly when the prohibition went into play. That's kind of the problem. Will they give them a right to vote in the middle of the Great Depression? Okay? So World War II kind of signaled the end of the Great Depression as the U.S. ramped up. So we're looking early 40s there. So I'm going, this is going to be in the late 30s. I'm going to guess 1938.
The correct answer is 1920.
1920.
What the fuck is wrong with me?
The more you kept talking, I'm like, I'm just going to put a big X next to his name for this question. Not even close.
Is it the first? It's not the first one at the Prohibition, right?
The Prohibition was passed in 1919, and that's the 18th Amendment, and then the 19th came swiftly after it in 1920.
So that was the 19th Amendment.
Prohibition was repealed almost coinciding with FDR taking office because he said, I think the nation needs a stiff drink right about now.
Oh. This panelist needs a stiff drink right about now.
Yeah, we're running out of history questions too, so I might have to go back into my pool.
They keep getting them wrong.
I have
Find me an easy one.
Yeah, I had some duds that were still here, so I might have to give you guys the duds from now on. All right, so Mike.
Leah, I will take a dud.
Okay, here we go. In which decade was the first version of the Windows operating system, Windows 1.0, released by Microsoft?
Shoot. It's got to be the 1980s. I'll say 1980s.
That is correct. Were you going to guess something else?
I was going to guess the 70s.
No,
I wavered briefly, but I think it was, I think it was early 80s would be my guess.
Yeah, I don't have an exact year. I just have the decade, which says 1980. So that closes out the history and current events category for Mike. Yay! All right, so we're back over to you, Chris.
Let's go back to history. I got to get one right eventually.
Okay, here we go.
You though?
One would think. I think I'm a reasonably smart person.
Well, I'm just glad you guys aren't getting all the questions right, because otherwise I would feel bad about being the host. All right, so here we go. What town was mostly destroyed along with Herculaneum by the eruption of Mount Vesuvius in AD 79?
Oh, thank you, Alexa.
Yeah.
Not just that, I knew this, but it's Pompeii.
That is correct. And with that, you have closed out your history and current events category as well. Nicely done.
Well done, Christopher.
I'm just saying, we started this episode sober, and as we drank more, we got more and more wrong.
That's, we said at the beginning, this is our first episode after a lot of hot seats. We're a little rusty.
We're definitely rusty.
Yeah.
All right, so we are back over to Mike.
One of us has got to get a fun stuff question right eventually. I'm going fun stuff.
Oh boy! All right, here we go.
Damn it!
I don't. You may do well with this.
I did not like that reaction. All right.
Okay, within 1 point, if you added up the letter values of the tiles in the word Scrabble, what would the total number be? Within one.
I'm assuming you mean the
word
Scrabble point values.
Right.
All right. So S is 1. C will come back to R is 1. A is 1. B will come back to... See, I play words with friends, and this is where I get confused. L will come back to E is 1. So we need C B, B, and L. See, in Words with Friends, I know that C and B are 4 and L is 2, which would result in, come on, you only do math for a living, 18, which is a fairly good guess. For some reason, I want to say C is only 3 in Scrabble. And I'm not sure if L is 2 or 1. Or maybe B is 3 in Scrabble. Here, you know what the worst part is? Now that I'm thinking about it, they use the Scrabble tiles in the Scrabble logo, so it's literally on the thing, and I just never pay attention. Actually, I think B is 3. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think B is 3. I think maybe C is still 4. Okay. And I'm going to say L is 2. Okay, that's what I'm going to go with, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Nothing happens. We'll go to jail peacefully, quietly. We'll enjoy it. 6, 7, 10, 13, 15, 16. That's what I'm going to say. 16.
Ooh, that was really close. The answer we were looking for is 14, so we would have accepted 13 through 15.
Oh.
L is only 1. I think that's what it is. Okay.
Nice try, nice try.
Well, no, L, yeah, that would make sense. L is 1 and C is 3. Yep. Okay.
I'm sure you would have done better than Chris would have on that one.
Yes, I haven't played Scrabble in forever. I only play Words with Friends. I haven't played that in forever.
That is okay. That is okay. All right, Chris.
Fun stuff.
I was going to say, Chris, I want to beat you, but I want one of us to get one of these freaking fun stuff questions right more.
One of us has to get 2 of these fun stuff questions right to win.
I know I'm going to have to probably go through some of these dead questions for that one, too.
I'm hoping once you open the floodgates, it'll just start flowing.
I'm out of beer now, so now all good ideas are going to be coming out.
Ha!
Okay, so here's your...
Feed the tuna fish mayonnaise. Am I the only one that's seen Night Shift? Sorry, Leah.
Yes, but that's still hilarious out of context, so...
It's like the Ron Howard, Henry Winkler, and Michael Keaton is like one of Michael Keaton's first roles. He's an idea man. That's where they come up with the idea of turning a morgue into a place for prostitutes. Okay, Leah, go right ahead.
What are we doing? Leah, start reading a question,
Oh my
please.
gosh, okay. All right, so in which sport are only the goalkeeper's feet allowed to touch the floor?
I'm confused by the question.
Think it out.
In which sport are only the goalkeeper's feet allowed to touch the floor?
Mm-hmm.
So that begs questions. The floor, I know the floor, not the field or the turf, tells me it's some sort of a hard-floored sport. Or is it something like water polo? But those pools are way too deep. A water polo goalie's never going to be able to get there. Although I do find it funny that the Olympics, they have a lifeguard on standby. You okay, Mike?
No, that was pretty funny, though.
Okay, so water polo is where I first went, but no, those pools are way too deep. A goalie's never going to be able to touch the floor. Is it only... So when you say only, like that either means that... the reason I went to water polo is my first interpretation was that they're the only ones that can touch the floor. Everyone else has to stay swimming. In other words, they can kind of stay flat-footed on the floor of the pool. Everyone else has to swim. That makes no sense whatsoever. Which means that... Repeat that question one more time. The context is bothering me.
In which sport are only the goalkeeper's feet allowed to touch the floor?
So the other interpretation is nothing else other than their feet can touch the floor. So I know it's not in soccer, because in soccer they can dive left and right. What other sports have goalkeepers? It's not hockey. They're on their pads all the time. And I at that point I think I'm out of sports with a goalkeeper. There's not really a goalkeeper in cricket. Maybe there's one in rugby, so I get yeah, I guess I'll go rugby. I honestly, I'm confused by the question. The phrasing of the question is confusing me, but I'll say rugby.
Well, you were on the right track. The correct answer is water polo.
Yep.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But like, aren't they? I thought they were like a 20-foot deep pool.
I don't know. Maybe they're allowed to like swim
I don't think it's
down.
that deep. I think it's like 6 feet deep. I could be wrong.
Yeah, maybe they're allowed to like.
I think
they're
allowed to like. I don't know. I don't understand how the horses don't drown. To be frank. But...
Oh man, All right, I'm done. Go ahead, Mike.
I really thought you had it when you started going. Because that would have been my guess too. But water polo would have been my guess. I had no idea. I would just wouldn't have been a guess.
All right, Mike. What did you like your question from?
Not fun stuff. Fun stuff has proven remarkably unfun. I think I'm going to go to science and nature, which Chris has been avoiding even more actively than he's been avoiding music.
I haven't had a question there yet.
That's my point.
All right, so here is your science and nature question.
Science?
Which unit of measurement is approximately the distance between the Earth and the Sun?
Oh, come on.
Which unit of measurement is approximately the distance between the Earth and the Sun?
Yes.
Chris seems to know it. I don't know. It's not a light year. Which is the first thing that pops in my head. Is there something called a sol? I feel like there's something called a sol. Like an SOL, like the, I think, Greek word for sun. I don't think it's like a lumen or anything like that. That's a distance. You said distance, right? Repeat, please.
What unit of measurement is approximately the distance between the Earth and the Sun?
Distance. Okay. And it's a single unit of measurement. Light. I don't think it's a light year. A light year is there's a huge distance there. Let's see. Okay, no, hold on. Okay, let me do the math. The Earth is 93 million miles from the sun, and light travels 186,000 miles a second, which means 9 times 9. Oh, actually, that works out. Okay, I'm overthinking it. Light year.
Well, it's not a light year, but I do have a buzz, so.
What does that mean?
Buzz Lightyear? Never mind. My jokes aren't landing anymore.
Yeah, I did not get that, but that is incorrect. So the answer we're looking for
astronomical unit
is an astronomical
I'm gonna be a nerd.
unit.
Oh, yes, I knew that. I knew it.
Oh, okay. Yep.
That was fun for me.
I'm so
glad.
Maybe
I didn't think that math worked out, but I'm sitting here like, what's 93 million divided by 186,000? I don't feel like doing that. But...
You did a lot of math for that one, or a lot of talk about math.
Oh, it's because it's seconds, not days. I was sitting here like, oh yeah, that comes out to about 365. Never mind. I knew a light year was way longer than that. So
it's like almost 8.5 minutes for light to get from the Earth to the sun, or something like that.
Something like that.
So,
yeah, you're right.
I'm gonna stick in fun stuff because I actually had fun with that one.
Okay, perfect. All right, so here's your fun stuff question. Which is the only team to have participated in every FIFA World Cup tournament?
Come on.
Okay, so the major FIFA World Cup teams are going to be England, France, Germany, and Brazil. Those are the four core teams that kind of come to mind. I don't know that Brazil would have been involved. Well, the first one was won by Uruguay, right? So Brazil, I would assume, would be there. So you're talking about a team that's going to be good enough to qualify for all of those. So maybe I would cross Brazil out. Maybe they're more of a recent team. I'm thinking more the entrenched power would be England, France, and Germany. And soccer is huge in all three, but I feel like I can eliminate France because I feel like soccer is much larger in England and in Germany. I'm not saying it's not large in France. It's obviously their most famous sport, but I'm going to end up just sticking with the good old English language and going the not United Kingdom, but England.
That is incorrect.
God.
Oh, thank goodness. It's totally Brazil.
Yeah, the English have just been screwing you over all day today. Yeah, the answer's Brazil.
Oh, my God.
Nice try, though. Nice try. You had some logic to it. Nice try. All right, let's move it back over to Mike.
All right. As I pull out a Sam Adams Winter Lager.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
This is your third beer.
Yeah. Fourth, if you count my advent calendar beer that I forgot that I was going to bring onto the show and had with dinner. Let's go fun stuff. Someone's got to get one of these damn questions.
Okay, so in the game of Monopoly, how much money do you collect from each player if it's your birthday?
What?
Didn't know this was a thing.
Is it 10? Is it 10 or 15? Or is it 50? I actually think it might be 50. 50? Or is it 20? Oh man. I think it's just $10. I think it's just $10, so I'm going to say 10.
Okay, you're going with $10, and the correct answer is $10. Nicely done, Mike.
Yes, finally.
Nice job, Mike. Nice job.
You did it. So now that has broken our losing streak in fun stuff. So Chris, would you like
just
fun
like Monopoly breaks families?
True, very true. So Chris, would you like to continue with the fun stuff, or would you like to go to something else?
Let's go back to music. I need a break. Although I did, I got myself some smart juice. If Mike's having another drink, I will too. A bottle of wine I popped last night. This is the Fit Vine Cabernet Sauvignon. So it's their no sugar added wine. I popped it last night. The bottle's already half gone. So cheers.
All right.
Finish it.
So this will get you ready for your music question. Which rock singer had her first top 10 hit with the song Hit Me With Your Best Shot? Fire away.
Hey, no hints.
I knew that. It doesn't help. Thank you, though.
Oh, okay.
Hit me with your best shot. So, when I think of like female rock singers, it sounds like it's an individual, not part of a band. Cyndi Lauper's the first one that comes to mind. I'm trying to think of who else it would be. I don't want to necessarily go with my first guess. Like, it wouldn't be one of the girls from the Runaways, right? Yeah, I'm going to go Cyndi Lauper.
Ooh, that is incorrect. We are looking for Pat Benatar.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Nice try, though. Nice try.
In my head, I don't usually consider her rock, but I guess she is.
That's the
You
only
consider
song.
her. You don't consider her rock, but you consider Cyndi Lauper rock. Please, tell me more.
I don't know a song by Cyndi Lauper. I just in my head I tied her back to rock music.
Good, because I
could be
skipped
wrong.
over a Cyndi Lauper question because I thought it was going to be too easy. So that would have.
Well, girls do just want to have fun, but frankly, I don't. I'm stoked that I got one fun stuff question, but I don't feel like I want to go back there anytime soon. I think I'm going to go people and places.
All right, people and places. And here is your question. Oh, this will be fun.
Oh, God.
What is the name of the first fictional police commissioner of Gotham City who is featured in the Batman stories and films? So we're looking for the first fictional police commissioner of Gotham City.
I'm not even going to pretend that I can name a commissioner of Gotham City that's not Jim Gordon, so I'm going to say Jim Gordon.
That is incorrect.
Of course it is.
Oh, what's his
Because
name?
there's no way they ask that question if that's the answer, but I can't name another commissioner of Gotham City.
Yeah, I haven't gotten to my dead questions and people and places yet, so.
I can't pull his name either.
Okay, well, this is Jillian B. Loeb. And Jillian is spelled with a G, which normally is a girl. Is there a female commissioner, or are we spelling Jillian for a boy with a G?
I have no idea.
Okay, well, it's Jillian B. Loeb.
I've read a lot of Batman comics. That does
Loeb.
not come to mind.
Okay, well, there we
Wow,
go.
no, great question. Today I learned.
I didn't know if this would be
there's no
one
way
that
I'm
you
gonna
guys would
remember
know
that.
or not. So here
All
we
right,
go.
I'm crossing off the list. Let's go to science.
Okay, here we go. What is the most common color of copper sulfate?
I mean, copper is brown, but I feel like sulfate, I lean more towards orange. Yeah, I'm going to go orange.
That is incorrect. The correct answer is blue. We're going for blue.
It is the
Dabba-dee,
warmest color.
dabba-da.
But,
Yeah.
damn.
All right, Mike, what do you want?
I'm going to go back to following Chris around. I think I'm going to head to science.
All right, so here's your science question. What type of animal is a sockeye?
A sock eye?
Yep. Sockeye.
Exactly how it sounds. Sock
Yep.
like you wear on your feet, and eye like is in your head.
Yes.
And I have heard, sockeye. It's a type of salmon. It's a fish.
That is correct. We actually have salmon on our paper, so nicely done. Yay. So Mike now has canceled out the science category.
I would have gone with kangaroo because it sounds like something that would punch you in the face.
I literally got there because of food.
Sockeye.
And I do like that my knowledge of science is such that I couldn't get astronomical unit, but I was able to get 2 types of animal
Yeah.
to close it out. So I'm not complaining. Don't get me wrong.
All right, so we're going to head back over to Chris.
I'll go back to fun stuff. I need to get one right.
All right. Okay, here we go. In 1988, who became the youngest Olympic gold medalist in figure skating history?
Oh, what's her name? Oh, what is her name? I can't think of what her name is.
This is a tough one.
I want to say it's a Russian sounding name, but I can't think of what I want to say. So the only other name that comes to mind in that time period, I don't even know if this is figure skating. It might be gymnastics, but I'll go Christy Yamaguchi.
Is that your answer?
Yeah.
That is incorrect.
What's
Leah,
her name?
Can I guess?
Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, Mike, do you have a guess?
First of all, Christy Yamaguchi is figure skating. I think she won in '92, though. Is it Oksana Bayul?
Oksana Bayul is the name I couldn't come up with.
That is incorrect. This is an American figure skater, one who you definitely know her name.
Is it Tara
Chris.
Lipinski?
It's Tara Lipinski.
What year did you say?
1988.
Tara Lipinski was
No.
19... No. Tara
It's
Lipinski
90.
was Nagano.
Yeah,
It says 1988.
1998 would have
It
been
says
Tara...
1988 on my paper.
98 was Tara Lipinski.
It says 1988 on my paper.
I'm telling you, I've had a crush on this woman since the 1998 Nagano Olympics.
Okay, well,
I would like a different question, please.
Okay.
Hold on, I'm looking it up. Real
It's
quick,
not
but I'm also
1988. She's
positive
my
that's 98.
age. She'd have been...
She is the 1998 Olympic champion.
Well, then that is a typo on this paper. It is not my fault. Don't
It's not-
blame
I'm-
the questions.
I'm not blaming you.
I'm not blaming you. I'm letting you
at
know
all.
I'd like a different question, though.
I'm not blaming you at all, but I do think Chris should get another question because
If you had said 98, I would have known it was Tara Lipinski.
Yeah.
She beat Michelle Kwan,
Okay.
who is now an ambassador for the U.S., by the way. Or is nominated to be an ambassador for the U.S.
oh, that's weird. Cool, good for her. No one's nominated me to be an ambassador for the U.S. What the fuck?
Okay, so here's your alternative question. Whiff Waff was an early name for which game/sport? Whiff Waff.
Spell those for me.
WHIFF-WHAFF. Whiff Waff.
So that almost sounds like a tit-for-tat explanation. What game/sport, so...
It said sport on here, but it can also be considered a game, so I added that in.
The first thing that came to mind is tennis. When I think of whiff, I think of swinging. It's something that's going to create a whiff sound. So like, it's not going to be baseball. But you wouldn't consider tennis a game. You would consider it a sport. But when you say it could be a sport or a game, I kind of go to ping pong. Other things in that realm might be like foosball, but I don't feel like foosball's a sport. I do think of that as more as a game. But ping pong's in the Olympics. It's moderately, it's very competitive in the Olympics. But like even at work when we were in the office and we had the break room, like we'd have pretty heated ping pong matches to the point you'd have to grab like a towel and wipe your sweat off because it was that intense. I'm going to go ping pong.
Ping pong is a correct answer. Nicely done.
Oh, thank God I got a fun stuff question right.
Well, because I just know that there's that argument of ping pong is not a sport, and so that's why I added the dash game. Because I don't know, I just feel like if I said if it was a sport, you might have said it would have led someone to a more.
But then is bowling a sport? Like ping pong's more athletic than bowling is.
Bowling, I would also consider a game/sport.
What about curling?
Yeah, game/sport. I'm gonna do the dash for all of those. That's what I'm gonna do.
What do you consider fencing?
I consider that a sport. That's very heated, I feel like. All right, Mike, it's up to you.
Mike is away from keyboard right now. He'll be right back.
Okay.
All right, Mike is back.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's okay. Mike is back. So what question or what category would you like? You still have to close out people and places and fun stuff.
Did Chris get the whiff-off question?
He did. The answer was ping pong.
Ping pong. Okay, cool. So that was fun stuff?
Yep, that was fun stuff.
Right. Yeah, sorry I had to step away for a second. Well, I got fun stuff for people and places. I'm going to go fun stuff. I don't know. I'm feeling stupid.
Okay, here is your fun stuff question. In what country does the Tomatina festival take place in which participants throw thousands of pounds of tomatoes at each other? Tomatina.
Wow. I don't know, but I want to move there. Tomatina, huh? What? Tomatina festival. I feel like I've heard of this before, but I can't place it in a particular region or anything like that. And I don't really know of a particular way to logic there. Tomatina, it sounds like a vaguely, like it could be either a Spanish or Italian type of word for tomato. And honestly, Spain was the first thing that popped into my head, and I don't know that I have any more logic. And again, I'm on my, I'm several beers in, so I'm going to just say Spain.
And Spain is a correct answer. Nicely done. So
Wow.
That fills out the fun stuff category for you. You do not have to go back to that category at all anymore. Yay.
Rejoice, rejoice.
All right, so Chris, you still need science and nature, music, and fun stuff.
I'm going to go to fun stuff. I feel like that's my Everest right now.
But you at least have one in some of those categories. All right, maybe this one will be one to your liking. What outdoor toy was introduced in 1961 consisting of a long sheet of thin plastic and a garden hose?
Oh, that's got to be a slip and slide, right?
It was a slip and slide.
It's got to be a slip and slide.
Boom. Hey, real quick, You Are My Everest. Is that Joey Tribbiani and the turkey?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure. Because I'm sitting here I can hear You Are My Everest, but I was sitting here.
He promised Monarch he'd eat the whole turkey on his own. Yeah.
Right. Exactly. Okay.
Yep. So that cancels out the fun stuff category. We can just take these questions and shove it up someone's butt. All right. So we're down to Mike. Mike, you need one question to win the game. And that is from the people and places category. Would you like a people and places question, or would you like to just delay the inevitable longer?
I feel like I want to go back to TV and film. No, I'll take people and places. Yeah.
All right, so here's your people and places question. Which Arab country's flag features a sword in its design?
Oh, man. Vexillology is a huge weak spot for me. And I only know the term vexillology thanks to triviality. I suck at flags. Let's see. Arab country... A sword flag on a. What did it say? Sword and what else? Just sword on its flag.
Features a sword in its design.
In its sword in the flag design. Got it. I don't know flags. I don't. It's a major weak spot for me, and I don't have Any particular guess? I'm just going to say Iraq and call it a day.
Ooh, that is incorrect. The answer we're looking for is Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I was just trying to
That's
look
fair.
it up to see how prominent the flag is.
I feel like it's in one of the corners.
It's actually at the bottom. It's a green flag, and it's got one big sword horizontal at the bottom, and then something written in Arab above it.
Okay.
So, there we go.
All
right, so Chris, what would you like? So you can choose between music and science and nature.
Let's go back to science and nature.
All right, so here we go. Uncle Sam is the nickname for the largest specimen of a certain mineral to have been discovered in the USA. Which mineral?
Uncle Sam. A mineral discovered in the USA.
And the award for the most difficult question of the night goes to...
It is a nickname for the largest specimen of a certain mineral to have been discovered in the USA.
Yeah, there's this is you either know it or you don't. I don't know the way to really logic to it. Uncle Sam was what, World War I believe, the icon. I don't know when this came. Are you pointing at me because I got it right? It's World War I was Uncle Sam. Is that right?
I was trying to do an Uncle Sam point at you.
Oh, okay. I feel like Uncle Sam was World War I, and then I kind of go to World War II is... No, no, because this is going to be a naturally occurring mineral. And I don't know that, like, plutonium or uranium, I don't think either one of them are naturally occurring. I think they're, nuclear fission. I don't even know. My God, I sound like an idiot right now. I didn't take a chemistry class ever in my life. Like, it wasn't a required. I went to high school in Florida. It wasn't a required class. You didn't have to take chemistry at all in this state. I mean, Uncle Sam is built on the back of. Maybe it's the world's largest coal mine, because I know we have a lot of coal here, so I'll go with coal. I don't have a better guess, unfortunately.
That is incorrect. We were looking for diamond.
Oof.
What
Diamond.
the serious hell?
That was a great answer.
No. Oh. There's just no way to get there. Oh my God.
I didn't know if this was a well-known thing that people just knew and I didn't know, because that's usually what happens. But whatever. Okay.
That was a brutal question. I was sitting here going, I didn't know. You got way closer than I would, because coal is essentially diamond.
Yeah, I was technically right.
Yeah, I was gonna say I wasn't sure how much you wanted to argue that one, but
no.
No.
Mike put me out of my misery here.
Yes, though. I would have gone with like uranium, to be honest. So,
but is that naturally occurring? Right, it requires a process to take place, and the question made it sound like it's.
I don't. Yeah, that's a fair point.
I don't know.
It was to be discovered, so assuming it was.
Oh, I didn't hear discovered.
Somewhere.
Okay.
I don't know.
I still would have been wrong.
Right, and so Mike, here is your people and places question. American actress Melanie Griffith is the daughter of what famous film star?
Tippi Hedren.
That is correct, and with that, my friend, you are crowned the champion of today's whatever this is called. Trivia game, yay!
Damn, Mike. Nicely done. That's how we're going to end it with a Tippi Hedren question.
Yeah, I didn't know who that was, so I thought that was a hard question.
It was not a hard question. Also, should have been in movies and TV, but okay.
It's under people.
No, well, honestly,
it's a person.
Actually, I happened to on a clickbait article a couple days ago that was talking about the movie from the 70s, and it was she was in it. Tippi Hedren and Melanie Griffith, her daughter, were in it together, and Melanie Griffith got like severely injured by a lion.
Oh,
and I think it was called Roar. I could be wrong. You'd have to fact check me on all this stuff. But anyway, she got severely injured, and it literally said that Tippi, her and Tippi Hedren, and that they were, mother and daughter. And literally that made me, I saw this earlier this week. It was a random like a Cracked article or some stupid shit like that. And it literally made me go, oh yeah, that's right. I forgot she was Tippi Hedren's daughter. And then all of a sudden it pops up. That's the only reason I knew it so quickly.
They're remaking that right now, right?
Oh.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know anything about the.
Yeah, it's going to star Katy Perry.
Go to bed, sir. Go to bed. Drink your wine and then go to bed.
Okay, and with that, my friends, find us on the socials. You can find us at the Lounge on Facebook, fans of Pub Trivia Experience and Boozy Bracketology. You can find us on the Instagram at Pub Trivia Experience, where you can find a daily question of the day. Daily trivia question of the day. Please answer it because I feel sad when no one answers my questions. You can find us on Twitter at
Pub Trivia Pod.
Pub Trivia Pod. And
any
place else?
Yeah, real quick. So if you're enjoying the show, if you like the content that we bring you, a couple things you could do. One, if you have the financial means to do so, patreon.com/PTEBB, bonus trivia, bonus brackets, all that fun stuff. If you like what we do here at the Pub Trivia Experience and our sister podcast, Boozy Bracketology, that's a great way to give back. We really appreciate it. If you don't, I get it. We've all been there. Find us on the Facebook. Come join us at the lounge. That'd be great. But give us a 5-star rating. Write us a review. That'd be even more awesome of you. But I think that's it. Mike, you're our first champion since we came back. So how you feeling?
Well, as we've discussed, I've had several beers, so I'm feeling pretty good. That was a very up and down game. It felt like we had a really early fast start and then hit simultaneously hit a run.
At the beginning,
as I said, you jinxed us right around the time you said we haven't gotten a question wrong yet, and then we got a bunch wrong.
When I said that, I'm looking at the thing going, this is going to be like a 35-40 minute game tops.
Right?
We're an hour and a half in.
Yeah. Right? How'd that work out? For sure. No, it's so good. It's so good to be back. I hope everyone has enjoyed listening to it because I love as much as I love the hot seat episodes. I think they're so much fun. But it's great to have these back and forth competitions and just get to banter with you and hang out with you guys, obviously. And I hope our listeners enjoy it too. But I just have so much fun doing this, and win or lose, but especially win, I have so much fun doing it.
It's okay. It's okay. It was fun, guys. But everyone, we will see you next week with another new episode. Until then, have a good one.